Morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning.
Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning, Patrick.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So good morning, everyone. There's still a number of people that are logging on, which is fantastic. Good morning. Welcome to the pre-certification workshop co-hosted by the City of Maple Heights this morning. My name is Vaughn Johnson. I am the director of the Minority Business Assistance Center, and I'm joined this morning by my esteemed colleagues, April Needham. She's our program and marketing coordinator, and she serves as convener for our workshops. Lead business advisor, Richard Brown, and certified business advisor, Andrea Boyd. So good morning, everyone. And one of the things that we like to do during this segment as people are logging in and logging on and getting their computers set up and everything is we like to give businesses an opportunity to introduce themselves. So if there are any businesses out there that would like to share your elevator pitch with us, take a few seconds, introduce yourself, introduce your company and what you do. This is a time to do that. And the reason that we like to do that is because the more we know about your business, the better position we are to assist you. So I'm going to turn it over to my two colleagues, Richard Brown and Andrea Boyd, and they're going to lead this part of the discussion as we get prepared to start this morning. Richard, Andrea?
Go ahead, Richard.
Yes, so as Vaughn Johnson said, this is your opportunity to go ahead and give us your elevator pitch, introduce yourself, and announce what you do with your business. We find like during this time, it's a great opportunity to network and create synergies with other businesses. And so this is your chance to work on your elevator pitch.
Absolutely. Jump on in. Who wants to go first?
Who wants to go first? There you go. Thank you.
I see you, Malik Moore. I know you've come,
Yes.
come a long way. I'm so happy and proud. You've come a long way.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm Malik Moore, owner and operator of Black Star Logistics Incorporated. We're a Northeast Ohio asset-based company. We specialize in shipping commercial freight and all other courier services. Our mission is to provide a safe, reliable, continuous, and cost-effective service through a strong support team of logistics associates. We dedicate ourselves to the needs of the customer to make shipping simple and easy.
Perfect.
All right.
Mr. Moore, thank you for sharing.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anyone else would like to share?
Yes, who wants to go next?
If you can.
Okay, go ahead, Michelle. I see you.
Good morning, everyone. Michelle Ribb with Buy Right. I sell office products, office furniture, both new and used, PPE supplies, which might be coming to an end, and janitorial supplies. So we're local owned for 32 years.
Perfect. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing. Anyone out there want to share their elevator pitch with us? Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Don't be shy.
Well,
Hey,
hello.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll let you go first and I'll go right after you. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just jumping in. I had to have my camera off and my audio on mute because I was literally just walking in the door from the store. But I'm Willie Scott. I am owner of TKI Design and Printing, where we specialize in mainly web design and anything printed. We are ASI members, so we do advertising specialty. So anything that you need, banners, from banners to business cards to office stationery, we can design and we can print it off for you.
Perfect. Thank you, Willie. And also, please remember, guys, to put your information in the chat because then you could go back and forth with other individuals that are on this call today.
All right, who's next?
Ms.
I'm gonna need some help with
Weems,
that.
we're ready for you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ferdina Weems, and I'm with a family-owned business called Wonderfully Made Incorporated. We are a wellness, fitness, life coaching business with inspirational vocalist, my husband. And what we want to do and trying to do is expand out into corporations, organizations, and schools to help with their productivity, customer service, and academic success.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
So you put your contact information in the chat.
Yes, definitely.
That was a great pitch. It sounds like you rehearsed that because that was really nice.
She was ready. Anyone want to go next?
I see you, Clarissa. Good morning.
Sorry, good morning. I'm Clarissa Foster. I'm with National Paralegal Services. I'm a paralegal, so I do all things document preparation. I like to specialize in estate planning and business setup services.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a variety of different businesses on the call today, as we say. So this is a great opportunity. If you're looking for some services, connect.
Yes, there's a nice variety.
Especially those paralegal services. I think everybody on here, every business at some point, one day or another is going to need those kind of services.
Thank you. I'll go back on mute.
Anyone else would like to share their elevator pitch with us?
You know, one of the things, if I could just add on to this, Richard and Andrea, this segment, one of the things I like to share is if you've ever been to Disney World, Disneyland, anything like that, Disney has an elevator pitch, if you will, and they talk about what it is that they actually sell. And most people think that they sell a great experience. It's a resort, they have rides and fun and food and entertainment, and all those things are correct. But when you ask Disney what it is that they actually sell, they tell you that they sell magic. That's how they encapsulate the whole thing. Disney sells magic. So as you think about what your company does, what's your value proposition? What distinguishes you from your competition? What is it that you're actually selling? I know Boston Market and KFC, even though they are food restaurants, they sell chicken and all types of home style meals and things like that. What they actually say they sell is time. They give you your time back so you don't have to waste time in the kitchen. You can just pick up a value price meal, bring it home and feed your family. So as you're putting your elevator pitches together and talking amongst one another and talking to potential clients in the marketplace, think about what it is that you actually sell, and add your value proposition to that. That should help you frame and shape your elevator pitch as you go forward.
Absolutely.
Okay, Richard,
Great
Andrea?
point.
Thank you, Vaughn. That's great advice.
Mhm.
All right. So now that you have that additional information, who wants to go next with their elevator pitch?
I see we have a few new people here too.
Yes, we do.
That were just added in.
So good morning to everyone. Welcome to our workshop today.
We
This
are
is our
allowing people
certification workshop.
time. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. We're allowing people time today to just do their elevator pitch. If you would like to pitch your company to us, let everyone on the call know exactly what your company is, what you do, where you're located. No takers at this time?
It's okay. All right.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on since you guys are done. Okay, so I did want to speak with you guys about financial statements, because I think, well, we think definitely the Urban League, the MBAC, the Minority Business Assistance Center, we believe that financial literacy is very important. And can anyone tell me, because this is a pre-certification workshop, what are the 3 certifications that you need to certify with the state of Ohio? Does anyone know what the 3?
The 3 financial statements that we need.
Yes.
Yes. What are those 3 financial statements if you're going to get certified?
The balance sheet, cash flow, and profit and loss.
Yes.
Correct.
Right. All right. Yes, these finance. Oh, you're awesome, Clarissa. I was about to come to you, Malik, because I'm like, I know you should know. But yes, we want to definitely make sure that we are aware of these financial statements, because these financial statements can actually help you in a variety of ways in knowing exactly where your business is. Is your business profitable? Is your business losing money? So you want to know exactly what business is financially, and these documents will help you do just that.
Andrea, if I could add on to that, and I agree with everything you're saying. Most small businesses, we've learned they're great at what they do. All of you are fantastic. You're experts and you've mastered your craft at what you do. But what we've also learned is some small businesses aren't as familiar with some of those financial statements as others are. So what MBAC does is our team, we can actually help you understand those financial statements. I know there are 3 for the certification, but there's actually 4 key financial statements. We can help you interpret that information, understand what that does, so that when you actually make a sale, when your business makes a sale, what does that actually do to your balance sheet, your income statement, your cash flow statement, your profit and loss? Does that show up on your taxes? What does it actually look like and understand? Because Richard and I are former bankers and lenders, commercial lenders, and I can tell you that those are critical statements, especially as you position yourself to seek out funding and things of that nature. So not only is it important for you to understand it, those are the things that we're looking at also. Sure you set an appointment with Richard and Andrea so they can actually walk you through what those financial statements are. They are critical to the life of your business. Okay, end of my commercial.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank
you, Vaughn.
you.
Yes, and we look forward to the opportunity to help our clients with that. I mean, that's what we do. That's what we're here for. And we just want to make sure that you know what your business is doing. It's important to know your numbers. It's not enough just to make a sale, but you need to know your numbers. So, and that's what we're here for, to help you and assist you with that. Many times, like Vaughn said, we find some of our business owners don't always understand their numbers, and it's important. Even if you get certified and you get those financial statements in order after becoming certified, now what? You still need to know what your numbers are. If you build on the contract, if you don't know your numbers, do you really have capacity to perform the work if you don't really know your numbers? So it's vital to you as a business owner to know what those financial statements are. And like Vaughn was saying, if you're not comfortable, you can come to us and we can assist you, and we can make suggestions. If you're looking for a bookkeeper or something like that, we make suggestions, but not referrals. So we can make a suggestion for you. So.
Absolutely. Great points, Richard and Vaughn. We are here to support you and your business in any way. Our services are completely free of charge. So if you need help, if you need technical and professional assistance, please reach out to us. We are here to help you. We want to see your businesses scale and grow. So this is what we are here to do.
And it looks like there's been some other people that have joined us since we started this conversation. We're going to be kicking off the workshop in about 13 minutes. So just for the new people that have joined us, my name is Vaughn Johnson. I am the director of the Minority Business Assistance Center. I'm joined this morning by my 3 colleagues, Richard Brown, our lead business advisor, Andrea Boyd, a newly minted certified business advisor, and April Needham, who is our marketing and program coordinator and also serves as a convener for this workshop. And we are honored today, this morning, that we are co-hosting this workshop with the city of Maple Heights and how to do business with them. We have 2 great presenters from the city of Maple Heights, the Honorable Mayor Blackwell and Mr. Patrick Grogan, who we share the same name. His first name is my middle name. So so we welcome them, and we're gonna have a great workshop for you this morning. And with that, I'm going to kick it back over to Richard and Andrea if you have a couple of more points you want to make before we start.
Richard, your 4 E's.
Oh, the 4 E's. Oh, definitely. We can all do the 4 E's. Yes. We have what we call, one of our things that we stand behind it with MBAC is our 4 E's. And that's something that we came up with. And the 4 E's are encourage, it's engage, encourage, educate, and empower. And the first E, engage. So when we meet a client, we get an opportunity to find out about the client and learn their journey and how they got on this path of entrepreneurship. And we develop that connection with our client. And I think that's so important, to develop a connection with the people that you're working with. I mean, if you don't develop that connection, how do you know how to best serve and help them to meet their goals? So the first E is engage. And after we engage and we find out where you are in your journey, then we can encourage you. If you're in a place where you've been struggling, we can encourage you, like, hey, we're here to help you, support you, and help you move to that next, whatever the next may be. We're here to help you, and we encourage you, applaud you for your successes, for being willing to stay in there and keep persevering and enduring, trying to achieve your goals, because we understand as entrepreneurs, you deal with a lot of different things because you are an entrepreneur, and so many things are dependent upon you. And if you're not successful, then that's going to have its own impact as well. So after we encourage you, the next E is educate you, because we have so many services, as Andrea alluded to, and those services are free, that we provide to our clients. Many times we find out the clients, like, how much does it cost for this? Or how much does it cost for the certification? Or how much, and we tell them the services are free because we're part of the state of Ohio. So these services that we provide are of free, no charge. And so once we educate you, as far as let you know all the things that we can do for you, and Andrea is going to go into that in more detail, I mean, the next thing is empower, because you have received that education and you've been equipped with all those tools. Now you're empowered to take your business to the next level. So those are our 4 E's: engage, encourage, educate. You can use those. Those are free too.
We also have a hashtag. It's called hashtag MBAC has your back. So when you're out there on social media, remember that hashtag, because this MBAC team definitely has your back.
Out to us if you need help with certain things. We do accounting assistance, we do business management. There's a lot of different services that we provide completely free of charge.
And since we just had a few people join us, what we were doing earlier is giving folks an opportunity to introduce yourself and your company and maybe give us your elevator pitch. Is there anyone that would like to do that didn't get a chance to do it earlier? This is your opportunity. I see you, Miss Alphabet. We're going to get to you.
I will. I don't mind. My name is Marcus. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I'm gonna turn my video on.
Hello, Mr.
My name is. Hi. How you doing? I'm well. My name is Marcus Bush. The name of my company is Bush Striping, and what we do is we're an asphalt maintenance company. So we're a complete asphalt maintenance company. We do seal coating, striping, crack fill on the parking lots, and making sure those parking lots are in compliance with the federal guidelines, the handicaps, the arrows, and everything that you need for a parking lot. And that's it.
All right. Now,
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing.
Make sure you put the contact information in the chat.
Hi.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Darmisha Alphabet, and I am the owner of the Textile Cleaning and Detail. We have been established since April 30th, 2019, and we have, by the grace of God, upgraded to lawn care services. We have contracts with the city of Cleveland as far as our cleaning, and we also have landscaping, maintenance and landscaping contracts throughout the state of Ohio. We manicure abandoned and foreclosed homes, and we basically turn the homes into livable homes, or you may think someone live in a home. We can be found anywhere on Google. We have a 5-star rating. And basically we started off with me and my husband. And as of today, we have 2 employees and 5 contractors. And we only started with $1 in our bank account. So today we are grossing $15,000 to $20,000 a month. And hopefully in the next 3 years, I'll be a millionaire.
Darmisha, that's great information. That is wonderful information. Now we're going to have Richard and Andrea work with you to kind of fashion that into an elevator pitch, because that's some great information. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
Anyone else? We have 6 minutes before we kick it off here. This is your opportunity to share what you do. There may be somebody right now that's looking for your business services right now. Plus, we need to know. We can better position you. You know, we get procurement opportunities that come across our desk literally every single day. It is imperative that we know what you do so we can include you in on those opportunities. Right, Darmisha?
Yes, yes. Thank you, guys.
So
I want to say one more thing.
I'll jump in.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, so I also work with a company called The Roofers. So they service all of Ohio. They've been in business for about 3 years now, do excellent work. So I've been working with Richard, get them certified, you know, with MBE, veteran certification, because the owner is a veteran, and small business certified. So if anyone needs a roofer, you see those big trucks driving around that says The Roofers on there, that's the company that I work with.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
There was somebody else.
Yeah, somebody else was.
It was me, Akil Hamid, and good morning to everyone. I'm actually driving, so that's why I have my camera off, but I'm the owner and broker of Fast Real Estate. We're located in Shaker Heights, but we specialize in commercial, residential, and property management. We do a lot of business with a lot of the community development corporations. We specialize in working with small businesses, small business owners looking to open locations. We find the right fit, right size, you know, and then make sure that we consult with them to ensure that they can stay open for at least initial 5-year period. But commercial real estate is a unique space, and what I've found over the years is that many of our minority businesses really they want to start a business, so they just jump out without a lot of the knowledge that they need. And so we spend a lot of time sitting down with the business owners to educate them about the terminology that you're going to find in commercial real estate, from CAM charges to what a triple net may mean, what a gross lease may mean, making sure that you understand how to calculate your square footage. And we find that in doing that, we see that businesses can really get into the right space and become profitable. So we're located again right in Shaker Heights on Lee Road, coming from Cleveland right into Shaker. And we've been in business since 2006. But recently became MBE, and we're just looking, we're expanding our corporate side of our business, multifamily property estate development. So a lot of the roofers and contractors that are on this call, we can definitely exchange contact information to do some business together. So thank you.
Thank you. You know, that's great information.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, please make sure your information is in the chat.
And
Absolutely, I sure will.
It looks like we have 3 minutes left, so maybe 1 or 2 more. If you did not have a chance to introduce yourself and your company and give us your elevator pitch, or maybe even your value proposition, this is your opportunity.
I would like to say, for the people that is on here that isn't MBE certified or SBE certified, that Andrea and Mr. Vaughn is like the greatest people to help push you to that next level. I am a testimony of their work. They helped me with everything, but I also had to show them that I wanted to be helped. They helped me get to a level that I never thought or imagined to be on, based on attending workshops and just basically having my notebook and pad and my ears open and my mouth closed just to listen to everything they had to say. So I encourage anyone that's on here to reach out and talk to them and explain to them your vision. And once again, I am a testimony of how they can help you get to your next level.
Darmisha, thank you so much for that. We really, really appreciate that. And the only thing I'll add on to that is that all the work that we do to assist you, it's still up to the business owner to do it. So all of you deserve a pat on the back. We can help you draft a plan, but you actually have to execute on it. So you all should be commended for that. I know being an entrepreneur is tough. Many of us on the call, Andrea, myself, Richard, we either have been or are entrepreneurs. We have our own entrepreneurial endeavors and things like that. So we know definitely how difficult and challenging it can be. So thank you for that.
Yes.
Okay, it is 10 o'clock, the magic hour. So April, are you ready? Or who am I turning this over to? You, April?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, April, it's all yours.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Thank you again for attending our pre-certification workshop, How to Do Business with the City of Maple Heights. I wanted to go over some housekeeping tips before we keep moving forward. If you could please make sure that your microphone is on mute when someone else is speaking, that would be greatly appreciated. As well as a reminder that we've said many times before, but please put your information in the chat box. And we are also going to use this chat box option as a way to communicate and ask questions during the course of our workshop. Now, when this workshop is over, I am going to be emailing all of the participants, the speaker's contact information, as well as a link to our YouTube page where you can view a recording of this workshop once it's uploaded. Are there any questions before we move forward? Okay, great. So I am going to move it forward then to our business advisor, Andrea Boyd.
Perfect. Thank you, April. Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to our pre-certification How to Do Business with workshop. My name is Andrea Boyd. I am a business advisor, as stated earlier, here at the Minority Business Assistance Center at the Urban League of Greater Cleveland. I am joined this morning by my colleague, business advisor Richard Brown, and our program coordinator, April Needham, and director, Vaughn Johnson. So at this certification lab, our presenters will provide an overview that includes introductory steps and tips to ensure you go through the certification process successfully. We have two types of certification workshops each month. At the beginning of the month, we have a one-day pre-certification workshop, and at the end of each month, we have a three-day certification lab series. So we also have, during this workshop, a discussion panel made up of local business owners that are either certified or looking to become certified, and they will share with you their experiences about various topics, and this is moderated by our own business advisor, Richard Brown. So today, our pre-certification workshop is co-hosted by the City of Maple Heights. We are so excited. So today, you will hear about how to do business with the City of Maple Heights, and they will speak with you about some of the resources that they offer to help support women, minority, and veteran-owned businesses in Ohio. So I would like to share with you a little bit about what we do here at the Minority Business Assistance Center. So we focus on 4 key areas that are growth drivers. We like to call these 4 areas our 4 pillars. So the first pillar is certifications. So we can help you get certified with the state of Ohio because we want to ensure that your business has the necessary certifications to bid on private as well as public contracts. The second pillar is contracts and procurement opportunities. So our job is to connect you with all of the contract opportunities to grow and scale your business that are out there. We can find those resources for you and connect you. So we also work very closely with PTAC, the Procurement Technical Assistance Center, and they also have great programs and services to help you get those opportunities. We also have different connections and organizations such as Metro Health, Castleton Reserve University, and Cleveland Clinic that we actually work very closely with. Our third pillar is access to capital through bonding and loans. So we have a number of lending partners that we work directly with to ensure that you have the access to the much needed capital to grow and scale your business. So that is what we love doing. We love to scale, to get you to achieve scale and growth within your business. This is what makes you successful. So we want to see you succeed in this marketing industry, whatever that may be. Our last pillar is technical and professional assistance. So we are made up of over 40 years of banking and entrepreneurial experience here. We want to support you and we want to provide our experience as business advisors and certified experts. And we want to guide you through anything that you may need to help your business be as successful as it can be. We have, like, as I stated earlier, we do have a number of different services that we provide under technical and professional assistance. We have accounting assistance, business plan development, and we can help you with capability statements if you need that help. Please reach out. We are more than happy to help you with that. So let's grab our coffee, sit back, listen to our presenters, and enjoy our workshop today. Now, at this time, I will hand it back to our program coordinator, April Needham.
Yes, thank you so much, Andrea. With that being said, we are going to open our workshop with our guest speakers for today. We will have Mayor Annette Blackwell and Patrick Grogan-Myers, the Economic Development City Director of the City of Maple Heights. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. It's just so good to see everybody. I see several Maple Heights business owners. Thank you for joining us this morning. We have been preparing for this opportunity to host this workshop. A fan, and congratulations to Marsha Maccabee, who I've known for some time, and she recently was one of the honored women of the YWCA. So congratulations to her and this organization. You guys have been a part of our success for a long time. But let me just go back a little bit. I just want to say a big thank you to the Urban League, who we've been working together on some educational programs in partnership with Maple Heights City Schools to just get residents who would like a college education or to just get some additional education here for free at our high school, been a partner in finding some hard to fill positions here for some of our largest employers. But let me tell you why it's so impactful. Economic development in the city of Maple Heights has been key to our fiscal recovery. And what I mean by that is when I took office in 2016, we were in fiscal emergency. One of the two cities in Northeast Ohio, Cuyahoga County, that's been in fiscal emergency, but it's East Cleveland, and that's Maple Heights. And that's not a place you want to be. I'm happy to tell you that it's a 5-year fiscal recovery plan. We did it in 4, just saying. We're out of fiscal emergency. And the belief is that once the city's in fiscal emergency, there's no coming back. I came here to do just that. And so economic development, understanding the sources of revenue for city are significant to that success. It's not who sits in the office. It's not who wins the election. It's the businesses and the organizations that we can partner with and the businesses that choose Maple Heights. And so the Urban League is big because we're an entering suburb with a lot of urban flavor. There's a lot of people that have moved from the central city to these entering suburbs, and entering suburbs are suffering a great deal. If we don't have the people that move to this area, invest in this area, because we all know there's been a significant amount of disinvestment in Black and brown neighborhoods, okay? Keeping it completely honest. So those of you that are business owners in Maple Heights, that are thinking about coming to Maple Heights or cities like Maple Heights, you are the game changers. You're my partners. And it takes organizations like the Urban League to help me identify who you are, to be able to present Maple Heights to you, give you the tools to be successful. So that's really, really important. And so I want to tell you that this was important, and it was key for me when Mr. Myers, Grogan-Myers, told me that we were going to have this forum. For the first 5 years, I did this myself. I was the economic development, the mayor, and the safety director. When you have everything's broken, you do everything. And for the small business owners here, you know, you do everything. But we got to a place, and Patrick Grogan-Myers will share the success, because I want you to be inspired. I want you to be trained today, but I want you to be inspired. And I want to present Maple Heights to you in a way the press does not. Economic development affects our public relations. People choose do they want to live here or do business here. So the economic development gives me the public relations tools I need to sell our city. Having partnerships with the Urban League helps me sell our city. Public relations are very, very important, because the news would tell you that we're dirty, dark, and dangerous. Those were the three things I had to overcome when I became the mayor. That we're not a dirty city, not a dark city, and we're not a dangerous city. Those things are elements, but we can clean them up with the right reinvestment, the right businesses, and the right residents. Local government was never meant to save the city. It was put together to provide service. It takes strong businesses and strong residents to bring our city back. And it's nobody's responsibility but the people who choose to invest here. So I just want to say that we're going to present some information I think that will surprise you. We're going to present some information that will inspire you. But I have one word of caution, because we've seen it over and over again. You have to come to planning and zoning before you hang your shingle up and do business. The first stop should be in the building department to understand if that business that you're proposing fits. We've had 6 or 7 businesses. A business has invested $15,000 and in the wrong place. And it just doesn't fit. You cannot put a square block in a round hole. That's the first order of business. Does what you're planning fit in that district? Is it zoned for that? Because the next step, of course, if it's not a principal permitted use, is to go to planning and zoning for conditional use. If it's not fit, they probably won't approve it. And you've made all of these improvements. And now we're trying to figure out how to help you, if we can help you at all. So you've heard all the tools that was in the presentation prior to me speaking. You had heard some testimonials, but I am giving you practical advice. You cannot go to Broadway and open whatever you want. That's a specific, it's called the Broadway Corridor Overlay. And there are specific businesses that belong in that corridor. It matches up the city's master plan. There's a master plan, there's a vision here. So you can't put a 500 used car lot, that's not gonna work. So be clear on how your business fits the city's master plan to see, and then how it fits within the zone planning and zoning code. Now, I've had some businesses reading says, well, I read your ordinances online and it fits. You're doing your own interpretation. We have a building official, Patrick Grogan-Myers, I have a housing manager, I have a law director. We have a lot of people to help you interpret that in a way to make sure it fits before you sign a 5-year lease, paying $2,000 a month, and you can't get your business approved. So if I could leave you with that, start with, does your business fit? Does it fit in with the master plan? Get to know the mayor. You should know, is this a city that welcomes businesses? Do I have a partner? Do I have a champion in the elected officials in that city? Because your council person can also advocate for you in a planning and zoning meeting if there is a vote and they're trying to decide if they should make an exception. We're limiting our exceptions because we're built out city, and we do want to diversify our business space. So I've been criticized for some of the businesses I've been very vocal about. If my largest source of revenue is income tax, and it is, and it's under attack right now because of COVID and some people are working from home, run the offices or house bill I was just reading about, how is that going to affect Maple Heights? It's a $33 million business. Believe it or not, Maple Heights is a $33 million budget. And it's made up of the income tax. This is a business, and I run it like a business. Our second largest source of revenue is property taxes, but over 60% goes to the schools, library, and metro parks. My third source of revenue is a little bit of the local government fund that's been cut 3 or 4 times, depending on who's in the governor's office in Columbus. And then grants. We have a 98% success rate in grants. What that does every time we win a grant, that means it relieves the burden on my general fund. And my general fund is my operating fund. This is fund accounting. So I have a budget. I have this major fund, my general fund, and out of that comes my police budget, my gas budget, my salaries, all of those. I have some special revenue funds, grants I may get to fix streets and put LED lighting. So it's a complex. This is a huge budget. It's a huge corporation. This is my Amazon here. And all those line items are expenses. You are my shareholders. You're my stakeholders. You help me get it done. We can grow that budget. I'd love to have a $40 million budget, but I can do some more stuff. But it takes what the Urban League is doing, this long-lasting partnership. They've been with me since 2016. I'm in my second term. Well, it got to be so amazing here in Maple Heights, and it was a hard time trying to be the mayor, the safety director, and the economic development director. So I reached out, put a call for help out, and Patrick Grogan-Myers said, "I'll work for you." And I call him my magic man, MM. This is my magic man. And when he starts talking, you'll know why I call him magic man. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I hope everyone in this call has learned something. Stay with us. Maple Heights is an option. We're very close to the freeway. You got to drive through a whole lot of city. Where you want to go, there's a freeway to get you there. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, May. Slideshow here. Good news is it's very brief, so we'll keep focused on the business here, and we'll keep things moving this morning. And it's great to see so many faces and names that I'm familiar with, and I look forward to meeting all of the rest of you who I haven't had the pleasure and opportunity to meet yet very soon. But hopefully everyone can see the slideshow here. Best part of the job is talking with businesses who are already open and in operation, and also with entrepreneurs who are looking to start their businesses. And my role here, and as you heard from the mayor as well, the city is here to help. And I know that so many times that can take different forms. We look at it from ideation, from that idea, that problem you're looking to solve, through to getting you up and running. That could mean in a storefront, that could mean you're running an e-commerce business, whatever it means, we want to be here to help. And so part of what we're sharing today is just some of the ways that we can help, but please know that we're really looking for a dialogue, a conversation. We like having one-on-one conversations with you as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, to understand, what are you trying to do? Because so many times we have opportunities like this where we make connections. And just as Vaughn and the team were sharing, during the icebreaker and introduction, there are businesses who are looking for other businesses right now. And we want to make sure that we're making those connections at every opportunity we can. So for us, being part of a dialogue is absolutely vital to the success of the work we do and the success of the work that you do. So as the mayor shared, the first thing we wanted to touch base on real quick is, there we go. Some development highlights from the past year and a half or so, because unfortunately, the news media is just not covering all the success we're seeing here in Maple Heights. And we have tried hard to get this story out, but in the last year and a half, through the COVID pandemic, we have seen 10 new small businesses open in the last year into retail spaces, and move in and thrive through the pandemic. And for me, coming from a small business family, and having worked in small business, I understand the challenges that being a small business owner, the challenges you face being a small business owner. And then when you add a pandemic on top of it, it truly is incredible, the work that you're doing, the work that these 10 small businesses have done in the last year. But as we've seen those 10 small businesses open, we've also seen investments, major investments. We've seen Gojo Industries you know them as the makers of Purell that we've been using so frequently in the past year and a half. They have moved to Maple Heights. In June of last year, they moved to Maple Heights, making a $25 million investment in the city. They're bringing 200 new good paying jobs to the city of Maple Heights. These are living wage jobs. These are jobs with benefits. These are jobs where the employer is looking to see the employees succeed. They provide training opportunities. And so seeing that level of investment from a company that is nationally and internationally known right here in Maple Heights was truly an incredible opportunity. And it's something that we've seen a lot of small businesses who are tied to Gojo or to some facet of the work that they do. We've seen them make additional investments in the city. So seeing some of those key industries and sectors that are tied to the work that Gojo does has been truly remarkable. But in addition, we've seen new commercial investment along Warrensville Center Road. So the former Bally's FX Fitness building down near Rockside and Warrensville Center Road, that is undergoing a multi-million-dollar transformation from a vacant building and large parking lot to 3 out parcels. So you'll see another $2 million in new commercial investment along that corridor just this year. And that's on top of a previous $1 million investment 2 years ago. So we've seen something that went from vacant and a ton of parking lot to 3 commercial uses, $3 million of investment right here in the city of Maple Heights. And that'll include a brand new Dollar General and a Clean Express auto wash. And when I tell you that this is not your average car wash, you'll see, it takes seeing it to believe it, because they're in Solon and Broadview Heights and South Euclid. And this thing is top of the line car wash. So it's great to see these new investments. And we're even seeing some new investment on the residential side. So just 2 weeks ago, it was announced that the state of Ohio has awarded tax credits to help fund a new senior affordable housing project just off of Broadway Avenue. This is an almost $12 million project that will provide 53 units of affordable housing for our seniors who are looking to move from homes that they raised their families in, and now they're looking to downsize and maintain an affordable place in the community they know and love. So there's that opportunity as well, as we now have 4 new single family homes underway this year. We had 2 built last year, and we anticipate additional investment this year, and City Council's considering some new investment tonight in single family homes. So the biggest takeaway from this slide is, don't let the news media story fool you of what's going on in Maple Heights. There's a whole lot of good investment, small businesses who are opening up and just rocking and rolling here. And I want to make sure that that story is out with you today, is that doing business in and with Maple Heights is a good investment. And so with that, let me transition to how to open your business in Maple Heights. Now, not everyone is looking to move to Maple Heights, although we hope you do. But just as the mayor indicated, one of the things that we do here in the Department of Economic Development is help you find available space. So many times businesses will say, I'm familiar with Maple Heights. I know the major commercial corridors. I have an idea of where I'm looking and would like to locate my business, but I just don't know what space is available. That's something that I can help with, that the Economic Development Department can help with, is finding space, making those connections to brokers or leasing agents or property managers so that we can get you into a commercial space. The second is pairing that with incentives, because then once you find a space, you might have to do some build out. You might have to make some investment in the building. And being a small business, and especially a startup, sometimes that's a difficult proposition. So definitely working with MBAC to make sure your financial statements are in order, you're prepared. That is a huge step. And because when we have those documents ready, then we can help work with you to pair you with incentives. And MBAC is a great place to go to get your financial statements ready, but also they can link you with incentives. And that's what the Department of Economic Development can do as well. So we have a small business partnership program here in the city. And what that means is we can provide some forgivable loan as part of job creation here in the city. So if you're looking to move into a commercial space, acquire a commercial space, and create some jobs, we can talk about how we can be part of the deal to help give you some cash to help fund the deal. And we also have a property tax abatement program. So if you own a place in Maple Heights and you're making significant investment, you're looking to maybe grow the size of the building because your business has grown, we can talk about property tax abatement so that your property tax bill doesn't go up for some time because of your additions and your growth in your business, which definitely helps your bottom line. And additionally, and we're doing this today, is connect you with partner organizations. Again, so much of what we do is interact and network with other businesses, other nonprofits, and for-profit agencies that are looking to help small businesses. So that's the importance of having a conversation. We really want to know you and the work you're doing and the work you're looking to do. That helps us connect you with partner organizations that will help get you to where you're looking to go. And the final piece that we have that can help here is a step-by-step guide and resources. So if you go to citymapleheights.com/businesses, the city approvals and get through every step of the way. So I just want to make sure to touch base on that because that's a vital resource that we provide with links and all the documents you need, because nothing is worse than when you're told you have to go, fill this form and then you have to go hunt and peck for it. We want to get rid of all that. We want to just give you one place to go and a contact phone number, my contact phone number, so that we can make sure we're helping you through the process. And the final piece is doing business with the city of Maple Heights. So of course, opening your business in the city of Maple Heights is a great step. And if that's something you're looking at doing, please, contact me. And because we always are interested in reinvesting in the city, but also shopping locally. That's an important part of what we do. The other part though, there's two other parts. One, register as a contractor with the building department if you're in the trades, because the contractor list that's maintained, we do go through our own registered contractor list and start with the contractors that have registered already. When we're looking to do some work around the city, when we're looking for, to pour some concrete or whatever the case may be, we do look at that registered contractor list. So that's one way to do it if you're in the trades. But also, and the reason why we're sitting here today is make sure to get certified. Certification opens the door for so many procurement opportunities, not just in Maple Heights, but throughout the entire state. And so make sure to work with MBAC, get certified, because we also review the certification list. And I've emailed April a couple times, help, I need help finding this type of business, and this is the project we're looking to do. We look at that list and we absolutely do support certified businesses. So that is a great way to tie in to the work that we do here in the city as well, when we're looking for projects and RFPs that we'll put out and request for bids. So those are three great ways to connect and do business with the city of Maple Heights. And I want to make sure to end on this, and I apologize, I know I'm going over a few minutes here, but I just wanted to be sure to share our contact information. And as April shared, the contact information will also be emailed out. So don't worry about scribbling it too quickly, but just wanted to share this information with you. And please know that myself and our economic development assistant, Gina Paragostini, are here to help you. We want to see you grow and thrive. And that can mean doing business in the city and doing business with the city. So don't think that just because you're not in a storefront already, it doesn't mean we don't want to have a conversation with you. We want to talk to you. We want to help you in any way we can. So please know that we're here. Reach out through the phone, through email. The city's on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. So please find us. We want to talk to you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Patrick.
I'm inspired, Mayor Blackwell. You were right. I'm ready to move to Maple Heights and start a business.
When you do your own public relations and tell your own story, it changes things, doesn't it?
It absolutely.
I just want to tell you that
great.
This organization and your investment has directly impacted we're selling 300 to 400 homes, arm lengths, not investment. It's just a great story, and thank you for giving us the chance, a few moments to just tell our story. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time, Mayor. Okay, everyone, we are going to move to the next portion of our workshop, which is where we will talk about certifications. And our first presenter is Michael Lester. He is from the state of Ohio, and he's going to discuss how to get certified with the state of Ohio.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good to see you.
Michael.
As April said, my name is Michael Lester. I work with the State of Ohio's Equal Opportunity Division, and we handle the State of Ohio's certification. So we do the MBE program, which is the Minority Business Enterprise, EDGE, which is encouraging growth, diversity, and equity. The WBE, which is our Women Business Enterprise, and also our VBE, which is the Veteran Business Enterprise. My role at the state, I kind of process those applications. So when they come in, we go over the documents, process those fully, make recommendations to approve or deny those certifications. So I'm going to go through those, our certifications, what they can do for you, how to use them, and just general information about the certifications as well. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, can everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so the first program we're going to speak about is our VBE program. The Veteran Friendly Business Enterprise VBE program. The program is for all procurement categories. The program also establishes an overall preference to spend with VBE certified businesses, which is different than our other programs. And I'll explain how the VBE is applied to the program preference and how the other ones are applied as well. When responding to an invitation to bid, a VBE certified business can quote up to 5% more than a non-certified competitor and still be eligible to win the award. Or on a request for proposal, scores in a proposal submitted by a VBE business can be up to 5% lower than the proposal score submitted by a non-certified competitor and still be eligible for the award. The 2 points of contact here are both great points of contact if you're looking to be involved in the VBE program and how to utilize that VBE program with the state. Those both, Wayne McCarty and David Walker, are both good points of contact to have if you're looking to deal with VBE certification. Our next program I'll get into is our MBE program, which is one of our our most high profile certifications. The MBE program establishes a 15% set aside goal for state agencies, boards, and commissions. Set aside means that the contracts and purchases must be solicited and awarded in a sheltered market. What that means is that only MBE certified businesses can be a part of the solicitation pool. So you're not bidding against the larger companies like Ohio Health, Hondas, and other large businesses in the state. The MBE program is an ethnicity or race-based certification program. Also, it is for goods and services only. Mind you, goods and services can include IT and professional services. However, something to note is that it does not include construction. That's not to say that construction companies do not or cannot get certified, but how they use the certification is a little different, and we'll get into that later. So as I mentioned, each agency and board and commissions has a 15% requirement. Our office does monitor their expenditures and work with agencies towards meeting that requirement. To put 15% into a perspective of dollars, the state spent $298 million with 314 MBE certified businesses last year, or 21.5% of that 1.39 billion eligible budget. Imagine what a fraction of those dollars could do to help grow and develop your business. So we're talking about opportunities here today. Our third program is called Encouraging Diversity, Growth, and Equity. EDGE is designed to be an ethnicity and gender neutral and is to assist the socially and economically disadvantaged businesses in the state get contracting. Here are some of the differences to note between the MBE and EDGE program. As I mentioned, this is for socially and economically disadvantaged businesses, and we'll clearly define what that socially disadvantaged is in a moment. But it's not either or, you do have to be both socially and economically disadvantaged. Also, the program is for agencies, boards, and commissions and state universities. The goal for EDGE gets set each year by the director of BAS. Traditionally, it has been 5%. While the goal percentage itself is smaller than MBE, it's a smaller percentage of a much larger pie. EDGE applies to more than just goods and services. EDGE applies to all procurement categories: construction, architecture and engineering, professional services, goods and services, and information and technology services. When you add those construction budgets, that's a lot of money. Another key difference about EDGE, you might have heard previously about a timeline or a time limit for the program. That has been removed with new updates to the Ohio Administrative Code. What has not changed, however, is that it is for small businesses. With the new Ohio Administrative Code changes, we have more closely mirrored those of the small business definitions that the U.S. Small Business Administration, or SBA. So while there is no longer a time limit for being in the program, there is still a size standard, both for the owner and the business. If either exceed those thresholds, a business would graduate because they no longer need the benefits of the program. And we'll talk about those standards a little later as well. Similar to the MBE, our office does monitor and work with agencies towards meeting the goal. But again, let's put into perspective what 5% means. In fiscal year 2020, out of the total 4.83 billion in eligible budget, 7.21% was spent in either agency or direct subcontracting spending. In dollars, the state spent $348 million with 378 EDGE certified businesses last year. And for the ladies with us today, the state's newest program is designed for you. The Women-Owned Business Enterprise went into effect on October 9th, 2020. This is the first time that the state of Ohio has had a certification program specifically for women entrepreneurs. The first key difference is that this program the program does not have established procurement goals or targets for state agencies to spend towards. It also does not have the applied preference we discussed previously for BBE. However, what it does have is a reciprocity component. While still in development, the program allows state of Ohio to enter into reciprocity agreements with other states who have similar WBE programs. Once agreements are finalized, this will allow Ohio WBEs to take their certifications to another state and apply for that certification as well. And then they will be able to compete for state contracts in those states as a WBE certified business. While the reciprocity agreements are not finalized yet, we're very close to some, so please keep an eye on our website, the wbe.ohio.gov, and work with your MBAC to learn more about our advances. So we talked about what the certification is, but a lot of times we get asked, what can the certification do for me, or what's in it for me to get certified? We already touched on one of the big reasons, opportunity. These certification programs provide access to certain state procurement opportunities that otherwise your business might not have access to, especially in the case if you're MBE certified. Additionally, we list all certified businesses in a database that not only agencies use, but a lot of universities, prime contractors, private corporations, etc. Often when someone has a need to locate a minority company, they use our database to search for that company. There is also financial benefits to being certified, especially in the MBE program. Our partners in the Ohio Development Service Agency, or DSA, have several loan and bond programs specifically designed for certified businesses. Your local MBAC, who is sponsored by DSA, has information about those programs and can help you determine which programs best meet your needs and how to apply. A couple other things to consider is that certification is not limited to just state procurement. That is what the programs are designed for, but especially in today's social climate, so many corporations and agencies, both public and private, have realized that having a strong, diverse supplier base is good for the business and good for the community as well. So while the certification does provide you access to certain government opportunities, it also can be viewed as a great marketing tool. Lastly, as you're considering outside businesses, also consider the other certified businesses, your certified peers. What is it that you provide that perhaps another certified business has a need for, or vice versa? Expanding on how you look at the certification, even outside of state procurement, can help you expand your customer base. Now we get into who qualifies or who's eligible for certification. Let's start again with the BBE. Please note that only one of these criteria need to be met. Obviously, as a program is for veterans, if the business is owned by a veteran or someone on active service, that person could qualify. If 51% of the board of directors are veterans or on active service, the business has already received certification by the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs as a small disabled veteran-owned small business or a veteran-owned small business, and owners must meet the definition of veteran. We recognize that certificate. Lastly, if 10% of your business employees are veterans or on active service, it could qualify. The last one is nice. In this way, the program not only helps veteran business owners, but it also helps veterans find or maintain employment. And I mention this because if you're in business and you plan to look for certification, in the VBE state, you can look to hire veterans to your workforce, and you can be qualified for that certification just by having those veterans on your workforce. Okay, switching to MBE Edge and WBE programs. These are all core requirements for all of those programs. You must be a full-time Ohio resident with the exception of those who apply from one of the approved reciprocity states, again, which we are working for the WBE program. So for now, everyone must be an Ohio resident. Your business must be for profit and in business at least 1 year. And we do truly mean in business, not just registered with the Secretary of State's office. We do understand you might not have generated revenue yet, but you must be able to document how you have been in business. And again, this is where your MBAC is a great resource to help you document that. You have to possess requisite knowledge of the business and industry and day-to-day control, demonstrating the capability and expertise to run the company. This is another key component for us. We're not looking to certify businesses who have minority or women as owners on paper, but in actuality do not control the business. This defeats the purpose of the program, so we will need you to demonstrate how you both own and control the business. Specifically for MBE, as I said, it is an ethnicity or race-based certification program. So you do need to be either African-American, American Indian, Asian, or Latino. If you do not fall within those groups, you will not meet the program criteria. Excuse me, for EDGE, the program is for socially and economically disadvantaged businesses. Socially disadvantaged can be because of someone's ethnicity, female gender, chronic or physical or mental disability, or a business owner's long-term residence in a hub zone. A hub zone is an area defined by the SBA through a census tract. Generally speaking, these areas are of low income and or high unemployment. You'll find both in metropolitan areas as well as Appalachia areas. Hub zones, there's a link on our website where you can enter the address of your business or your residence to determine if your address is in an approved hub zone area. Something to note, if you're applying for the certification based on being in a hub zone, 35% of your business's workforce must also reside in a hub zone. They don't have to be in the same hub zone as the business, but they must be in a hub zone for themselves as well. Economic disadvantage is based primarily on a personal net worth. Following the SBA guidelines, we do exclude a primary residence if not owned outright and any interest in the business applying for certification. Upon entry and during the duration of the certification, a person's net worth cannot exceed $750,000. However, as mentioned, we also use the SBA size standards. Those are based on NAAQS codes and can be based on either gross receipts for the business or the number of employees they held. And the last thing, a fair market value of all assets must be less than $4 million. For WBE, the business must be owned and controlled by a woman. Again, full-time Ohio resident, with the exception of those who are applying from one of the reciprocity states, which we are currently working on. And so, as I mentioned, until we have those reciprocity agreements in place, everyone must be an Ohio resident. And now we're going to go over the steps of certification. Basically, what's going to happen after you submit your application. Before you start with the application, please start with the supporting document checklist. This task will likely take the longest and be the most time-consuming of the portion. This is a lot of items on the list. However, each item is designed to verify core requirements, specifically citizenship, residency, ethnicity or race, social or economically disadvantaged, as well as ownership and control. Your local MBAC is available to help you with gathering these documents, identify what you may be missing, and document those gaps. They're a great resource right in your own backyard, and they're free. Working with your MBAC on the front end will help streamline this process. And there are 3 certification options that a company can choose from based on its needs. We'll go over those here. The basic or standard process, on average, application takes about 60 to 90 days to process once you receive all supporting documents. Again, MBAC assistance is available in that process. Looking to validate application information, does what you put on the application match the documents we receive? We're also looking to verify ownership and control as I stated. We then analyze documentation and the information gathered during the interview, and the officer recommends either approval or disapproval. The recommendation then goes to the state EO coordinator for final review. If approved, you get an email saying congratulations, you have been approved, and a link to where you can download your certificate from. However, if your certification is disapproved, you will get a letter stating the reasons it was disapproved and your state or the way you can appeal that decision if you want. For WBE, the process itself is the same with one notable exception. While the MBA and EDGE applications are located on our Ohio Business Gateway website, currently our WBE and DB applications are not. Those are both found on our state website at das.ohio.gov. And they're both, the WBE is a fillable PDF and the VB application is an Excel sheet. So you can download those and fill those out and send them back into us. Ultimately, both of those applications will be part of Ohio Business Gateway application. So this won't be separate for long, but until it is, that's how the process has to be completed. For MBE and EDGE only and only by working with the MBAC, there's an option to fast track an application. However, due to staffing levels and the fact that if we didn't build this criteria into it, everyone will request it this way. The process is only available for those for the following reasons. So if you're looking to get a fast track, you have to have an applicant desires to submit a bidder proposal in response to procurement solicitation or certification requirement to be responsive, meaning you're responding to an MBE set aside or EDGE contracting opportunity. You have to be certified in order to bid or be accepted. 2, it has a pending DSA, Minority Business Development Division, financing or bonding application where certification is a requirement. Again, you're applying for one of DSA's loan or bonding programs, you have to be certified in order for the application to be accepted by their board. In either instance, the process remains the same, except that you must work with the MBAC to gather and submit your documents, and they will submit on your behalf as a fast track application. When that happens, there's one officer who receives those. All other package processing stops for that officer so they can focus on the fast track application. The timeline drops to about 5 to 7 days. Again, very specific reasons why this process is used. We would love to have the capability to process everyone applications in this time frame. We will have 5 officers covering the entire state. That's just not feasible. Our final process is the cross certification. This is currently available just for MBE, but we're looking at other options for other programs. If you are already MBE certified with one of the listed certifications above, you can complete an expedited or cross certification form on the Ohio Business Gateway and provide us with a copy of your current certification. We will then reach out to the partnering agency and request a letter of good standing. Once received, we will issue certification to match the expiration date based on their recommendation. Also, except for with OMSDC, these are true reciprocal agreements. So you can get, so say that you get certified with the city first, you can then come apply for the state certification as well. Or if you have the state certification, you can go back and apply for the city. And that's how those agreements work. Something to consider, if you're interested in both MBE and EDGE, you will still need to complete a unified application and submit all the supporting documents for EDGE, because this is only available for MBE at the time. Also, if you do it that way, your certification dates between the 2 programs will be different and can be kind of confusing to keep track of. Because of this, a lot of businesses opt to not expedite or cross-certify, but rather apply in the standard way so the certification dates match. So basically, if you go through the cross-certification, you'll get a date for one certification, you have a different expiration date for different certifications, so you might forget those dates. So it's easier to do the unified application if you want both certifications to keep those both on the same date. You can always renew them at the same time. And here's our general information. So if you have any questions, concerns, you can reach out to our office. That's our front desk number, the phone number listed down there. You should be able to call any day, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 to get any questions answered. Like I said, you can always reach out to me as well. And that's all the information I have.
Thank you so much, Michael. Everyone, I know this is a lot of information. So I just want to ensure you that we are going to be sending out the contact information of all of our speakers. And I realize you can't see me. I apologize for that. But I just wanted to let you know that we will be sending the contact information for all of our speakers. I know that there's a lot of information to go over, so we just want to ensure you that we'll be able to answer any questions you have. You can email us and make an appointment with a business advisor, and you can also make an appointment with Michael himself. Thank you so much, Michael.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you so much. All right, everyone, we are going to move on to our next certification presenter. His name is Ryan Vini, and he works for Cuyahoga County. Good morning, Ryan.
All right, good morning. How are you?
Great,
Hey,
how
Ryan,
are
good
you?
to see
Good morning, Ryan.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ryan Vini. I'm working with Cuyahoga County, the diversity program. Let me share my screen. Let's move it to the entire screen. Okay. All right. All right, can everybody see the screen? Right.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go, all right, thank you. I'm gonna go over just briefly our diversity program we have here at the county, the different certifications that we have that you can apply for if you would like, and just the different opportunities we might have here that your company might want to start looking into, how to get in contact with the procurement office, and so on. And then at the end also, I will have information about how to contact us here. So these are the programs we have here at the county. We have our small business enterprise, our minority-owned business enterprise, our women-owned business enterprise, and these two down here at the bottom, the Cuyahoga County-based business and the Cuyahoga County Business Economic Inclusion Program. These are both two bidding programs that give Cuyahoga County businesses a opportunity to match a bid within 2%, and we could talk about that later. And we also have the SBE set aside, where these are contracts that are set aside just for small businesses. So you won't be competing against any large businesses. These are just for small businesses within the county, and we have contracts that are put aside and just for that category. Here's just like a brief snapshot of some of the categories that the county puts out for procurement. And I won't read them all, but you can see that the county has a wide variety of things that they are looking to put through procurement or put through contracts. So please, with your business, don't limit yourself. Don't think, oh, I don't, this doesn't apply to me. You'll be very surprised the contracts that come across my desk for the county. So please, we always encourage people to get certified, put the application in, and even if you don't see your category, that might be a category that might need to be added, or you might introduce something new to us that we might need to start looking into. So we always encourage companies to please be certified. Please put in the application. It's free. We want to put you in a database so you get more exposure to contracts, more exposure to primes and different other companies in the area. So as you can see, this is a wide range from, lifeguarding. You see lifeguarding on there. You see nursing homes, student transportation, repairs, construction. There's a wide variety, deliveries, transportation. There's a wide variety of things that the county puts out for bid. So with the SBE portion of the county, we're gonna start going over like what certifications you actually qualify for. So this is just the SBE, right? So the SBE, we go by the national guidelines of what a small business is. You must have a physical location in Cuyahoga County, meaning that we can't go off a PO box. And also when we do our on-site visit, we come out to the address that you put on the application. So it must be within Cuyahoga County limits. And you must be in business for 1 year. So when we come out, we want to see that, say if you're a plumbing company that you actually have plumbing equipment. We want to make sure that and the plumbing equipment you have can handle the scale of work that the county might put on. So we want to know, and it's fine if you're a small plumbing company. I'm just using plumbing as an example, but if you're a small plumbing company and you're just getting started and you don't have, some of the bigger commercial plumbing equipment, that's fine because there are small plumbing jobs that you can start off with. So we know, as the diversity company, as the county, we know where to properly put you, because we don't want to put you in a bad situation where you might not have the equipment to get the job done, where you might be perfect for this job, and once you get that job done, you start building capital, start building your workforce, and then all of a sudden now you're doing larger jobs. So that's one of the reasons why we come out and we want to meet you. We want you to know what the county is looking for. So you'll get all that on the on-site on-site visit, and that will happen after you fill out your application. So for MBE and WBE, your business must be owned and controlled by a minority or a woman that has 51% of ownership. And we do ask for proof of ownership. And as it was stated before, we want to make sure that you are not a front, meaning that, unfortunately, people try to take advantage of the program, and we really don't want that happening. We really want to help businesses that are trying to, get exposure, to get their foot in the door, to actually to have the opportunities they need. So we ask for proof of ownership. We ask, that if further investigation is needed, we might ask you for more documents. But for the MBE and the WBE, as you can see, that you don't have to be located just in Cleveland, because you could be located in Cuyahoga County, Geauga County, Lake County, Lorain County, or Medina County. Those are kind of the surrounding areas. It's only for the SBE that you have to have a physical location in Cuyahoga County, but for the MBE and the WBE, you can be in the 5 surrounding counties. We also have the quick application, and this is only with the state of Ohio, that for the MBE. So if you're an MBE with the state of Ohio, you can fill out the quick application that's located on the website. And it is exactly what it says. It's a quicker version of our application. And hopefully, in the future, we get more programs that we can have this quick applications or sharing information. On the website also, you'll have the recertification application. So if you're a new company coming into the county, you will have to fill out the new application, which we ask for more information because we're learning about your company and we're adding stuff to the file. But your next year, your recertification is much smaller application. We ask just for your two recent invoices and your current business taxes from last year. It's a much simpler and smaller application. And these, I also want to put this on here for you guys to see. These are some of the documents. This is just for the new applications, new vendors to the county. These are some of the documents that we ask. Now, I know not all of them pertain to every business. And we ask that if you have questions, say like you're wondering like, do I need to have proof of capital investments or contributions? We ask that you would reach out to us instead of skipping it. So reach out to us and ask, like, hey, do I really need this? I do this, or I'm this kind of company. Do I really need this? Reach out, because we'll tell you. And it's much easier for me to tell you, hey, you don't need this, or you absolutely need this, than for you to submit your application, me to go through the checklist, find out that you're missing some of the required documents, and then have to reach out to you and say, hey, can you please submit these documents? It just slows the process down. And we really want to get you certified as quickly as possible, so you can start being on different projects that the county has, and you can start getting more exposure to the diversity portion of the county. So please, if you're filling out the application, if you have any questions on any of the documents that are required, shoot us an email, give us a call. We will let you know, hey, yep, you need this document, or you can sub this document for this document. Because there's some of them that are required, like there's no getting around it, but there are some items on there that we can substitute a document for. So, and that was all I had for you, but like I said, there's our information on the screen. If you have any questions, all our applications are on the OPD website, which is opd.cuyahogacounty.us. And under the services tab, you will see certification. And all our applications are on there. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to help you. And I always want to make sure to tell people, you do not have to be certified as a diversity company to bid on a project. So if you're a company out there and you see a project or a procurement item out in the county, you do not have to be certified as a diversity company to bid on that project. You have to be certified to get credit towards the diversity on that project. So if there's I'm going to say $1 million project that's put out and there is a 30% diversity goal on there, if you want to get credit towards that diversity goal, you must be certified with Cuyahoga County to get credit. But to bid or to submit a proposal for that contract, you do not have to be certified. You just have to register as a vendor with Cuyahoga County, which is on the OPD website I just gave. On the home screen, you will see how to register as a vendor. That's all you have to do to bid on a proposal or an RFQ that's coming through. But to get credit towards the diversity, you must be certified with Cuyahoga County, and your subs must be certified with Cuyahoga County. And that's all I have. Thank you, April.
Thank you, Ryan. I actually have a question for you. Someone asked, as far as a physical address is concerned, what about a virtual consultant? Somebody that works from home but has a business physical address like a UPS store or a launch house, but they primarily work from home.
Yeah, working from home is totally fine. So there's many businesses that have an office home. That is totally fine. When we do our on-site, we come out and we look that you have actually a working area, which many times was a laptop on a dining room table with a file cabinet. That works, and that is a working area in your home. It's just that when we do our on-site, we can't meet at Starbucks. We have to actually meet where you are conducting your business. That's all.
Great, thank you so much.
Hey, April, I have a quick question.
Oh, go ahead, Willie.
Hey, so quick question I have is in regards to this is just, I guess this could also be an offline conversation as well. But so I'm registered with the county currently. I've been registered and I've done business with the county already, but they recently, or probably not as recent, but within the last year, they changed over to a new system. And so when they changed over to a new system, I used to get emails for things that I guess that I offer, like in printing and things of that nature. Now I don't. I'm registered. I'm in the system. I can go in and look, but I don't get emails to say, "Hey, here's a bid or here's a job." Request for bid or whatever that's in your area or that's in your category of your next code or whatever. And so I don't see that. So I did try to figure that out. I tried to call in. I talked to a couple people, and they were saying, "Well, you got to watch a video and try to figure it out," basically. But I still haven't been able to figure out why I don't get those notifications via email. And even I guess that's the base of the question. It's really trying to figure out why I don't get those notifications via email from Columbus. I mean, not from Columbus, but from Cuyahoga County.
Yeah, I could jump in there. Yes, so we did change over to a new procurement program, which is M4. So if you were registered in BuySpeed, you need to register in M4. It's a totally new system. You should have got a postcard. I'm sorry if you didn't. You should have got a postcard asking you to log into M4 and to set up a new account. So once you do that, you can call in, like if you call into the office and tell them, "Hey, I'm trying to register in M4, I could give you like the basics of it, but that's like a different part of our office. That's actually the procurement side of the office that handles that part. But I know if you go to the OPD website and I think it says register as a new vendor or register portal. If you click on that link and then you go to anonymous, I think it's up in the corner, it should allow you to set it up. Now, if you go through the setup and it says you already been registered, that means that you might have done it in the past or something like that, and you need to maybe reset the login, and that's where you would call the office and be like, "Hey, it says that I'm already logged in. What's going on? Can you help me through that?" But I can tell you right now, you might not be getting the emails because you're not registered at M4. Because once you register in M4,
I'm registered for. I'm familiar with that one. I registered with that new system. Actually worked with, I forgot Tamika's last name, but she was over in the juvenile department, one of the buyers in the juvenile JC, and she moved to a different area. So she would help me out quite often. It just kind of helped me navigate stuff through it. But so I got registered with M4, but I could never still figure out why, because before M4, and I was told that I'm supposed to get emails as far as like when something posts this in the category or the area that I may specialize in, I'm supposed to get emails from M4 because I used to get them before, but I just haven't been able to figure out why. And again, I did call in to a number that she gave me, but the person that I spoke to, she just she told me, "Hey, here's a video. You got to watch this video." I mean, she didn't really have any solutions for me per se, and maybe it's just because she didn't know. I don't know, but I wasn't sure if it was maybe somebody specific, or maybe like there's a IT department or a technical department or something like that handles that, because it could be just something specific to my account. That's the reason why, or something I'm not clicking or setting up right. That's the reasons why I'm not receiving notifications for. I just go in and check now, but I was curious as to if I can get that resolved. And since I had you on the call, I wanted to ask that question.
It's really fun. I would call, because like it's new to us too, so we're learning it. It's a brand new system and we're learning it also. So I would maybe call in and see, because we know a lot more now than we did back then about the system. So I would call in and just tell them the same thing you're telling me. "Hey, I'm just wondering if did I do something wrong with my email?" Because you should be getting some notifications about upcoming procurement offers, especially if it's within your NICS code. You should be getting some emails about that. But I would just call in and say, "Hey, I haven't been getting them. Did I do this right?" Because we know a lot more than what we did when that system first started rolling out. We were all still learning it, so they might have a better answer for you now.
Okay, and I'm just calling the procurement department, you said, right?
Yep. Yeah. So that same number that we had on the screen, I think April probably. You could call that number and they'll direct you to the right people.
Okay, I'll try to give it a go. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I apologize, we're running a little over on time, so I'm going to let Ryan go. And any further questions you have, once again, I will send the contact information so that you can get those questions answered. And I've been putting our email address into the chat box, mbackinfo@ulcleveland.org. Please email us to make an appointment with a business advisor. Thank you so much, Ryan. Have a good day.
Thanks again, Ryan.
Excuse me, can I say one thing? For Mr. Patrick.
Actually, Darmisha, we're running a little bit over time. If we could hold the rest of our questions until after our certification presenter, that would be wonderful. Our next presenter for today is, our last presenter is Karen Weibel, and she's from PTAC, the Procurement Technical Assistance Center. Hello, Karen, how are you?
Hi, April. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you for being with us today.
Of course. Give me 1 second and I'll pull up my presentation and start sharing my screen. All right. Am I good?
Yes, you're good.
All right, good. Hi, everybody. Yeah, my name is Karen Weibel. I'm the procurement specialist here in Cleveland for the Procurement Technical Assistance Center. And I'm going to go over all the federal government certifications that are available to small businesses. These are the ones right here. Federal government has small business set-asides, the 8A program, the Hub Zone program, the woman-owned and the economically disadvantaged woman-owned small business certification, and then veteran and service-disabled veteran small business programs. The first step before you apply for any certification with the federal government is you have to register in SAM. The entire website and system just changed. Major overhaul started last week. There's still some glitches. Sometimes there's some outages, but this is the web page now and what it looks like. The government has pulled in all sorts of websites and made one portal called sam.gov. SAM is where you must register to if you want to bid on and receive anything in the federal government. It is also where you get certified as a small business. Here are some things that you're going to need to have put together to get registered in SAM. You're going to have to acquire a DUNS number from Dun & Bradstreet. It is free of charge for you to get one. You're going to have a physical address for your business. You're going to have your tax ID. You're going to have to know what your NAICS codes are. You need a business checking account. You're going to need the information for your routing and account number. You get paid through the system as well. And then for the two-step security, you're going to have access probably to a cell phone and your email while you're registering in SAM. Again, you are certified as a small business for the federal government through your SAM registration. The size standards for a small business vary by NAICS codes. That's why it's important for you to know what your NAICS codes are. You can go to this website here and find out the size standards for your business. And it's usually determined either by your sales volume or the number of employees varying on your NAICS code. Once you are certified as a small business through SAM, you are then able to apply for these other certifications for the federal government. The first one is called 8A. 8A, again, you must be certified as a small business. You have been in the 8A program. You have to be 51% owned and controlled by a US citizen who's part of the economically or socially disadvantaged categories. So minorities, but also if you live in a rural area, you have disabilities, or you're a woman in an area and you can prove that you had been discriminated against, you can also apply. You have to have a net worth of $250,000 or less, gross income, and there is a 5% set-aside goal for 8A firms across all federal agencies. Again, the other asset allocation information on this. 4 million or less in assets. So they're not going to take a look at your retirement accounts. They're not going to look at your home. They're going to just look at other assets. The person applying who has a status that would apply to 8A has to manage the day-to-day operations and manage all the long-term decisions. They're going to have a good character. They want to show that you have to show that you have good character. You're going to have to show that your business has a chance for success. And bidding on government contracts, they're going to look at your past contracts that you've held as a business. Typically, they're not going to look at anyone that hasn't been in business at least 2 to 3 years and shown that track record of success. And it doesn't have to be in government. It can be in commercial space too. The one thing that is different on 8A is this is a 9-year program. This is the only one that has a time limitation on it, even if you still meet the standards. It's a business growth program. 8A also has some sole source opportunities. The SBA is there to help you. We have to go through annual reviews. And then once you graduate after those 9 years, you cannot be 8A again. HubZone. HubZone is another certification program. Once you're certified as a small business through SAM, again, you have to be at least 51% owned by a US citizen. Your business must be located in a HubZone. There is a HubZone map. You would type in the location of your business. And this is the primary location of where you do the majority of your business. So it doesn't necessarily, like if you could you have a home office and then you have another facility where the majority of your employees, it's that location where the majority of your work and your employees reside. That is your primary address for a HubZone. Then 35% of your employees must also live in a HubZone. Now, this isn't necessarily the same HubZone as your business. It could be any HubZone. And again, just type in, there's a lovely map on the SBA website that's easy to use. You just type in all those addresses and find out if you qualify. If you are an owner and you're a sole proprietor and you work out of your home and your home's in a HubZone, you can apply for HubZone. There's no, as long as you're a small business. Now there's a 3% set aside goal for HubZone certified firms, but HubZone has another bonus. So again, they can restrict competition to HubZone, but here's the nice thing. There's a 10% price evaluation preference when you're competing against large businesses. And I know of I was in an event here talking to a HubZone certified business here in Cleveland, and they got their HubZone certification, and that 10% price evaluation helped them get those contracts over the larger providers that were competing on the contract that they were going after. Again, there is the website that the SBA holds. It talks about the HubZone program, link to the HubZone map. Great website with lots of information on the HubZone program. Again, once a year, you got to renew, all the kind of stuff about, these are a lot of new rules, a lot of rules in the HubZone program. Changed last year, but I think it's making it a little bit easier for a business to apply and stay in a HubZone certification program. Women on small business certification. This also just went through a drastic redo this year in the federal government. It used to be a self-certification. You now have to go through a federal certification official process. So again, to be eligible, you must be a small business as determined in SAM. You must be 51% owned and controlled by a woman or women who are US citizens. And the woman has to have the control of the day-to-day operations and proof that she makes long-term decisions. There is a 5% government-wide contracting goal. Unlike the other certifications in the federal government, these set-asides are designated by NAICS codes. The SBA does a study every so often and adjusts those NAICS codes. They're looking for areas of types of businesses in contracting that they feel are underrepresented by women. And those are the ones that have the set aside. So you want to know those NAICS codes, and you can go onto the SBA's website and find out those NAICS codes that have the set asides. If there is not a set aside for your NAICS code or the type of business you're doing, it may not be worth going through the certification process for yourself. Okay. of the woman-owned small business certification process, there is a subset for economically disadvantaged women. Again, here are the requirements. There are some monetary financial requirements for you and the owners in the business. This is what they are. When you're going through the certification process for this, you're going to have to provide proof with financial documentation proving the net worth. There are set-asides solely for economically disadvantaged women-owned small businesses. Again, go to the WOSB website that the SBA hosts and look at the chart to see which NAICS codes have those set-asides. If you certify as an economic disadvantaged women-owned small business, you can also apply for and compete for woman-owned small business certification set-asides, but not the reverse. Again, this is the process. Self-certification, that is the website. Beta certified at sba.gov is the new official website. If you were self-certified before, you are no longer certified as a woman-owned small business. You've got to go through this official certification process. There are 4 organizations that can also certify you for WOSB. And I want to make sure if you get contacted by someone that says they can get you certified, make sure it's from one of these 4 firms. I unfortunately had somebody here locally that paid somebody for the WOSB certification, and they got a pretty piece of paper. It just was not one of these 4 firms. Only these 4 organizations can certify you as a WOSB. They will charge you. And when you go through the process, if you want to be a part, go through one of these firms, you want to make sure you ask them for the WOSB certification as well. Typically, they're going to give you a woman-owned small business certification for their organization and commercial clients that accept their certification, but the federal government only accepts the WOSB, and it is an add-on for these folks, and you need to ask for it up front when you're applying. If you don't, you're not going to get it, and then you're not going to be certified as a woman-owned small business for federal work. Veteran-owned and service-disabled veteran-owned. There is an official certification process that the VA has. You go through to the VA's website, and I have listed there. The VA requires you be certified through them as a veteran-owned or a service-disabled veteran-owned small business in order to compete for their set-asides. Cool thing, they have much higher goals. 10% for service-disabled veteran-owned, and they are the only ones that have prime contracting goals for veteran-owned small businesses, and that is 12%. So you have to go through the official certification process that the VA has. Once you get approved, you get a nice logo, you get to put on all your marketing materials, and you get listed in the VA's website. They have a directory of certified veteran-owned and service-disabled veteran-owned businesses. The other agency that requires that certification but does not have those high goals is the Federal Aviation Administration. All other agencies, it is a self-certification process right now through SAM. So when you're registering in SAM as a small business, they're going to ask you if you're veteran-owned, service-disabled, veteran-owned, and you click a box and say, yes, you are. And all other federal agencies have a 3% contracting goal for service-disabled, veteran-owned small businesses, and they do not have a prime contracting goal, just a subcontracting goal for veteran-owned. Now, here's my talk about PTAC. I am a sister agency to the MBAC. We work closely on numerous things. Just like the MBAC, all of our services are free to the small business community. We are funded through grants from the Department of Defense. For me, it's the state of Ohio and Ohio University. We are here to help businesses get into the government marketplace. That's at all levels, federal, state, and local. We kind of talk about your business. You register as a client. One of our most popular items is a free bid matching service. So once we get you into the system, we program it in, keywords, government codes that they love, because they love codes and acronyms, as you've probably already learned. And then we search the internet every day, Monday through Friday, for opportunities for you to bid on at all levels of government, federal, state, and local. We're close to 4,000 websites that we can scan on a daily basis and send you hits that might match. We help you get registered. We help you through your certifications, anything. We help you understand the bid notices. We help you review your proposals before you submit them. We can't tell you how good they are. We kind of just tell you, you forgot that form, you forgot to check that box, that kind of thing. This is my contact information. I am here in Cleveland. I cover 4 counties, Cuyahoga, Lorain, Erie, and Huron counties, but there are PTACs located throughout the state. So if you're not in one of my counties, I can direct you to a PTAC counselor that is in your county where your business is located. And I'm going to end it there and see if anybody has any questions. Thank you, April.
You're very welcome, Karen. Do we have any questions for Karen? Thank you so much for being here with us, Karen. Have a wonderful day.
Yep, you guys, good to see you, Richard. Bye.
Bye-bye, Karen. Thank you so much. We want to thank everyone for staying on the call today. I know we are running a little over, and we want to thank you so much, and we appreciate your time for staying here. And our last portion of our workshop today, I'm going to turn it over to our business advisor, Richard Brown.
Thank you so much, April. Good morning, everyone. And my name is Richard Brown, and I am a business advisor with the Minority Business Assistance Center with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland. And again, as April said, we thank you for staying here, but this is the portion of the workshop that we really look forward to hearing from our business owners themselves and sharing information with the other business owners who have taken the time out of their schedules to attend this workshop today. So I know you've gotten a lot of information thus far, and you might be suffering from information overload. That's why April is going to send the recording to you after this workshop has concluded. So we want to thank each and every one of you. And at this time, we're going to start our panelist discussion. And I want to say thank you to all of our panelists who have agreed to be on this panelist discussion today. We appreciate that. It's a great opportunity for you to shine your business and let everybody know what you have available and that you're offering to the other business owners on the call, as well as also. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask each one of our panelists. We have on the call we have Malik Moore, we have CC President, we have Andrea Wilson, and we have Darmisha Alphabet. So what I want to do is I want to hear from Andrea Wilson first. I want you to introduce your business, tell us what you do. And after that, I want to hear from CC President. And then after that, I want to hear from Malik Moore. And the last one will be Darmisha Alphabet, in that order.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Wilson. I'm the broker and owner of Brick House Realty, and we are located in the wonderful city of Maple Heights. This is our 7th year of being in the city of Maple Heights and operating there. So we are a full service real estate brokerage. We work with traditional buyers and sellers. And we also help people invest in real estate. That is a big part of our niche. And what we have found is a lot of times there's a barrier of entry to be able to own real estate, and that is not having down payment money or credit. So we also offer free credit repair assistance, and we help build like a wealth building plan for you and your family to help educate you as it relates to home ownership. So housing counseling, we handle everything in terms of if you know someone facing foreclosure, especially coming through COVID, rental assistance, you want to reach out to us. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sharing that information. That's great information. You're a one-stop shop for everything, sounds like. So, all right.
Awesome. Hey, Richard. Hello, everybody. My name is CC President. And yes, that is my real last name. I'm married, Mr. President. And I'm the VP of Partnership Development. Our firm is called Presidential Consultants. For over 20 years, we really have been helping organizations create corporate cultures that just inspire better employee performance, better productivity, better partnership together. And so what we do really is provide like evidence-based training and consulting and assessment services. We focus on 3 particular areas: leadership development, diversity, equity, and inclusion, And then workplace wellness and safety. We support over 16,000 learners every year. And as a result of our work, people lead, serve, and work together inside of their organization. So I joined the company in 2016. Before I joined our company, my career really had been twofold. I was either, building partnerships or building businesses, right? So I built when I say building partnerships, I had done a lot of sales for organizations like AT&T or Wells Fargo or MCI, and building businesses like Andrew. I was in real estate, so I was a real estate investor, and I've owned an IT consulting firm. I've been an international speaker. So I love sharing the lessons that I have learned over my journey, and sharing those with other people and helping them grow and prosper. So that's what I do.
Thank you so much. Thank you, CC President. That's great. That's great to know. All right, Mr. Moore.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hey, I appreciate being a part of this this presentation today. Again, my name is Malik Moore. I'm the owner and operator of Black Star Logistics Incorporated here in Cleveland, Ohio. I've been in the trucking world now since 2008, but Black Star Logistics Incorporated was formed and established in April of 2017. We do all things logistics pretty much, as far as courier services and pickup and delivery, from general freight to the smallest thing of a envelope and letter. That's what we do. We pride ourselves on excellence with the fact of making sure everything is there on time. As you can see from the background, I'm in one of my vehicles now, so it's always work, work, work. That's who I am, and that's what I do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. All right, is Darmisha still on the call? I don't. Okay, I think she might have dropped off, but all right. So the question I have a question for Ms. Wilson. You are a real estate investor, realtor. We find a lot of our clients, they have issues with marketing, specifically marketing on the budget. Can you provide them with some creative ways to market their business?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I use to this day that is going to be the cheapest form of advertising is going to be through social media. And it's free at the end of the day. And so it can be overwhelming as well, because there's so many different platforms. And then you talk to some people, they're not as savvy when it comes to social media. So honestly, you really have to pick one or two of those platforms and kind of focus on those couple platforms with understanding where your business comes from primarily. When you look at a platform like LinkedIn, it's more business professional. So are the folks that are on LinkedIn in line with your business? And if so, then you want to be all over LinkedIn, connecting with people, posting, showing that you know your business. And if LinkedIn is not, then maybe Facebook or Instagram or one of those other platforms, and then understanding how you communicate on each of those platforms. The biggest thing that has helped grow my business, hands down, cheapest way, is by doing video on social media. People are afraid of the camera, but video has, I kid you not, have grown my business from doing things on Facebook, like having a weekly show where I pop on anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes, and even doing things of interviewing other business owners helps generate, myself, brings their followers get to know me through just interviewing them on there. And then on the other side of that, even think about YouTube. I think for a lot of people, they forget about YouTube. I actually get a lot of business just by providing information. I talk to people on a daily basis about the business, general questions, and I literally will pop on and just answer those common questions that I get all the time, just being that resource. So people subscribe to my channel, and then when they're ready to buy a home, invest in real estate, talk about credit, I'm the first person that they think of. So, and then once you start to grow and you start doing more transactions, then you can start putting marketing dollars behind those posts and those videos. But hands down, social media is going to be the cheapest way that you can market your business and touch the most people.
Thank you. You shared some valuable information, and I mean, we really appreciate that. And you've helped some people on the call today, so I really appreciate that. And so what I'm hearing is that you need to maybe practice working on the video, doing it, practice it a little bit, just so you get comfortable with talking and everything. So I think that's important. But you're correct.
One piece of that in there.
Sure.
I want to be clear on the video. All you need is a cell phone. Don't get caught up in high production at all. You need a camera stand, something to hold your phone, and your cell phone. The more you do it, the better you will get. I have beginning videos that I'm like, ooh, might cringe a little, but through practice and repetition, my videos, people are like, you seem so comfortable on there. It's only because I've been doing it consistently, and that's the only difference. You can do it too.
Great, thank you. All right, Ms. President, I have a question for you. Because you're in diversity and inclusion, can you give us 3 best practices that every business must have to improve their chances of success, to be successful?
Oh, you asked my favorite question ever. I love it. I love it.
You're in mind when I made the question.
No, because what's interesting is I'm actually working on a partnership right now with we'll just say a regional bank, a very large regional bank, which all of us have heard of. And that partnership, what we're trying to do is we're figuring out the answer to that question. What do Black business owners need to succeed? And so what they've asked me to do is put together a program that hopefully I'll be able to share with you all soon to help do that. And so there are 3 things that have come up over and over again. As I've been researching this, there have been 3 things that have come up over and over again. So let me tell you what they are. The first one is we don't know what we don't know, okay? And what I mean by that is so many Black business owners, we're all in that hustle mindset. Like we're just trying to hustle, trying to get it done. And if we work harder and if we do more, right, we'll make more money and that's a lot of the mindset that we come from. And so we don't know what we don't know. We don't know the power of picking up your phone, grabbing a stand and doing video. We don't know the power of something like a financial statement and the impact that has on your business when you understand your numbers, when you understand your industry. We don't know what we don't know when it comes to mindset in terms of what do you need to leverage if you have a particular kind of business. Are you leveraging? The only ways you make money is by leveraging people, processes, and systems, or by leveraging more money. So what are the tools that you need to leverage based on the type of business you have that you can leverage to provide an impact? So that's it. That's number 1. We don't know, we don't know, right? The second thing is, I love talking to Black people because I can talk to Black people like they're Black people. The second thing we have is, guys, we can't make money on bootlegged marketing, right? And so we have to get to a place where we're growing up our marketing and we're actually having marketing systems, right? You know, we have a process. Every time somebody comes in to Miss Wilson's business, I don't know her, right? But I can hear her, and I can almost guarantee you that every time somebody pings her from her, you know, from her YouTube station or pings her from her Facebook Live, she has a system that she takes them through, right? She has a system for the messages that she's going to deliver on social media. She has a marketing system. And then what does she tell you? After you've practiced, then you invest money in the marketing, right? Then you can invest money in those ads. So that's what we talk about. We're not talking about bootleg marketing. We're talking about real marketing with real marketing plans and real marketing systems. And then the third thing that we've been finding that makes a huge difference when it comes to Black-owned businesses is that we're not in the rooms where it happens. You guys, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't say it, I'm not saying this to impress you. I'm saying this to impress upon you, okay? This is my third 7-figure business. My first 7-figure business I was 29, 30 years old, okay? Went from 0 to $5 million in 36 months. But here's the reality. I went from 5 million to -2 million over the course of the next 5 years. Why? I didn't participate in stuff like this. I was the Lone Ranger doing it by myself, right? I wasn't in the room where it happened. I didn't have people like Richard. I didn't have people like Vaughn. I didn't know about these processes. I didn't know that there were people out there sitting on Zoom calls in the middle of the day looking to support me in growing my business, right? Where decisions were being made. I was on this exact call on the other side. When was our last call, April? Was that in March? Was that March, April?
So
it was March, yeah? In March, all of this was brand new to me. Every single thing that they're talking about was brand new to me. Today, I am certified by the city of Cleveland, by Cuyahoga County, by the state of Ohio, and the crown jewel, the Minority Supplier Diversity Council. Because I plugged in and I was in the room where it happened. When I was on this call, I knew none of this. And today, through the processes that we've been talking about, I'm in negotiations with the city of Shaker, who was the speaker, by the way, right? Now we have Maple, it was Shaker back in March. I'm in negotiations with the city of Shaker to provide services for them. And that big bank that I talked about, they were a part of this as well. Guys, we gotta get in the room where it happens. So Richard, I'm sorry, that was probably a long answer to a very short question, but if we can do those 3 things, right? Like if we can know what we need to know, if we can use real marketing systems and then get inside of those rooms like this, I'm gonna tell you we can have successful businesses.
Thank you so much, CC President. That's information we needed to hear. So whether it was long or not, that's information that needs to be out here in the atmosphere. The people need to know that. So I appreciate that. So thank you so much. Ms. Alphabet, I see you rejoined the call. Are you available to talk right now?
I am, I'm sorry.
That's okay, that's okay. You're one of my panelists. Thank you for taking the time out. I know everybody's busy, but I do have a question for you. I mean, you shared earlier on how you've been able to grow your business and how you've worked with MBAC and everything, and now you've got contracts with the city of Cleveland. But you also said something I found very interesting. You said you started out with $1 in your account.
$1 in a prayer.
Say again?
$1 in a prayer.
Okay, now you gotta tell me what is the mindset? What is the mindset to get from $1 to where you are? There's a mindset involved. What is that mindset?
You got to be a hustler. You got to be able to handle the losses with the wins. I mean, that's life, right? We always take losses every day. So with that type of mindset, I inputted it into the touch of teals that you got to crawl before you walk. We had to subcontract. I basically sat in front of a big company and told this company I had all of these supplies so I could be part of their subcontract team, and I had nothing. So when it came to like the janitorial, we needed big garbage cans and big vacuums. And what I did was use my home garbage can. When you first buy a home, the city give you garbage cans. So I loaded it in the car and we went to the facility and did their janitorial cleaning with a vacuum that my grandmother let me borrow, and a couple of Dollar Tree cleaning supplies and some bleach, and we just got on the roll and we did this for a whole year. After a while, I got my certification with the state and got in contact on and told them my dream and had a business plan. And today we got a janitorial contract with the McCafferty House, and we also in charge of all the foreclosed properties in Ohio. So I'm traveling all over doing landscaping now.
Darmisha, Richard, if I could just jump in. Darmisha, if anybody's seen this movie or read this book, it's called The Pursuit of Happiness. Will Smith played this character. Darmisha, as I'm listening to you and how resourceful you are with your mind and your vision on your ultimate goal, it reminded me of that story. That man went through everything to realize his dream, whether it was sleeping on a restroom floor, being in a homeless shelter, riding the bus and whatever else he had to do until he made it. And one thing that I've heard from everyone that has spoken is there is a level of determination. Because as Darmisha said, there's always going to be ebbs and flows. I don't care what business it is. It could be Amazon or it could be somebody in ideation right now. But it is that determination and that will to win that has carried every one of these panelists through. And that is so commendable and admirable to hear that. I'm telling you, it reminds me of The Pursuit of Happiness. So thank you so much, Darmisha and Cece and Andrea for sharing that.
Yes. And also, I just want to let everyone know not to be discouraged if you can't get a loan or if you can't get a grant, because we started this business with no loan. So many doors closed on us, me trying to get a loan for at least $1,000, just something, just so I could get that vacuum cleaner that these people keep thinking that I have, so do not get discouraged. Just keep grinding. And one thing for sure, don't forget to say your nightly prayers, because you never know who God will put in your life and will change your life. Change your whole situation to benefit your life, because we was homeless. I invested every dollar. I didn't pay a bill. Okay. I didn't pay a bill. I invested every dollar into the company because I knew God was going to set us up for win. Now I'm paying all them bill collectors back. But if you want it, you got to do whatever to get it.
That's it. That's what I'm going to say. You do whatever it takes. That's what I was going to say. You do whatever it takes. And you got to have a plan. People don't plan to fail. They fail to plan.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. We're going to wrap this up. We can keep going. This is so good, but we do have time restraints. I thank each and every one of you for sharing, Darmisha, Andrea, Cece, Malik. So at this point, we're going to turn it back over to our director, Vaughn Johnson. And we appreciate you. You are people that we need to connect with. The people on the call, you need to connect with people like this. They're on the move. They're doing things. And I'm sure they'd be willing to share with you some more insights. We just don't have the time today. Appreciate you so much.
Yeah, thank you for that, Richard, and thank you for everyone that has joined us and the panel. And before we go, I'd like to ask if Mayor Blackwell has any final words, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Mayor Blackwell?
Hello, I'm actually a small business owner. My husband and I bought an old American Veterans Hall on Broadway here in Maple Heights 7 years ago. To the young lady that just spoke, Darmisha, banks did close, so my husband took a loan out of his 403B, and we pay cash for it. and then paid ourselves back. So there is a way to do that. So it looks like I need to get into some of these programs because we are now looking at a second location because we have outgrown that location.
Wow.
But then I became mayor, so I had to focus on being mayor. I would just say to the MBAC, it would be great if when COVID is completely gone, and we just I'd love to meet these people personally. Maybe there's some kind of social event. CC present, oh my gosh, what a testimony. 7 figures, that's a lot of money. At such a young age. Andrea has been just rocking, and I saw the house you guys did on 141st. The house had been empty for a while. What you and your team did, it sold immediately. I watch all the house sales. I'm guilty. I watch them all just to see what the median value is, and then I go to Sunday paper and look at the transfers, just so when valuation list comes out every 3 years in the triennial or the sexennial, I'm never surprised. I'm always very, very pleased. This was fantastic, Patrick. To my magic man, thank you for making it happen. I lost my husband misplaced my keys to my city car today. It was all kind of drama. Patrick's like, are you on your way? I would have really, really regretted missing it. But this really definitely exceeded my expectations. April, I've met you, but what a great facilitator and trying to keep us on task. But there's so much energy here. I'm looking forward to the next one. It doesn't have to be in Maple Heights for me to show up, but I would love to meet these business owners. And for those of you who are not in Maple Heights, where is your business? You know, we refer, of course, we want everybody to win. It's not about Maple Heights, it's about the region. It's about the region, and we have to realize that. There's 59 communities in Cuyahoga County, and sometimes we get so stuck in competing, we forget to celebrate the region's success because that impacts everyone's quality of life. And so I'm looking forward to the next stages of this. Please involve us as much as we can be involved. But we're very happy and honored to have been the city that you chose to host this particular presentation today. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, one quick question. I forgot, I had a question for the mayor and Mr. Patrick. I bought a home in your city. I live on Beach Avenue. This is my dream home, beautiful home. My business is ran out of my home. And I did want to talk to you guys in regards to I'm just now finding out about the tax abatement program. I was wondering if, since I run my business from my home, because my taxes just went up like high. So yes, the value of my home is great. But I just want to know if my business will fall in the category of participating in the tax abatement program since we run our business from home.
Let me just say this really quickly. I'm going to be respectful all the time. Patrick put his business information up. Please reach out. But I want to say this, you know that I talked about our city being called dirty, dark, and dangerous. Several council persons over last month, and then there is a former group of residents that were here in the 60s and 70s who are going to come back, and they're going to be cleaning up at Stafford Park. We are constantly addressing trash. You do know that we have a grass nuisance abatement program, which Patrick and the building department monitors. If the grass gets over 6 inches, if we cut, it's going to cost you $150. It's going to hit that property tax bill and make it even higher. And so we're always looking for ways to just abate these nuisances, whether it's grass, abandoned home. We have our service department, I should say, our service department guys, in addition to grass and maintain the infrastructure, are often left to do these cleanouts. But we have a lot of deaths. I was just looking at the AMLIS report run. There was DOA, and families are looking for people to do the cleanouts. If they have moved on and this house is here in Maple Heights, they're looking for a cleanout to then maybe determine who gets it in the family's, inheritance, or they want to prepare it to sell. So we need to know who you are to help us abate some of these nuisances. And you're right here in Maple Heights. It makes sense. And I think that's what Mr. Johnson and Mr. Brown and Ms. Needham does that, so that we know who those people are, to put you in touch with those professionals. Or if it's something that it becomes overburdensome from my service department, it's a clean out. Who's that person in the city that I can possibly make that connection with?
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't know if you're working with the land bank, but there's a lot of opportunities to do what you do. but we need to do that, and I have to be respectful. Let's just make a few closing comments and get off the phone. Sorry, I'm being so wordy. But let's do that offline, and let's see what we can do. You may have to think about expanding your business when you get your debtors paid to a brick and mortar. And I need to find out how we position ourselves as my husband and I look for our second business location. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, well, thanks everybody. Thanks to our great co-host, Patrick. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure working with you. Mayor Blackwell, thank you so much. Thanks to all our panelists and our guests. And again, this recording will be available on our YouTube channel, and April will get that information out to everyone. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.